Hey, this is Meleika of Evanston Live TV, the voice of the people. I got a chance to sit down with Dan Coyne, Mr. Facebook Live himself. Yes, Dan and I, we met back at the beginning, at the top of the elections, the Evanston elections, and we sat through every day of the hearings at the Civic Center and got to know each other, and sometimes we get together and just talk shop. And on this day, we got together and had some margaritas. We had one margarita. We had one margarita. And me and Dan, we just always have a great time. Many of you that know him, he's an angel. The man donated a kidney to a perfect stranger. That just speaks volumes to his character and his spirit. And he's just a wonderful person to sit down and have a conversation with. So, we sat down and talked about what it's been like covering the events here in Evanston. And check this out.
Now, here's a little story I got to tell about three bad brothers you know so well. It started way back in history with that Rob and me. My team. Been had a little horsey named Paul Revere. Just me and my...
Now, you've become known around Evanston as Mr. Facebook Live, because Dan Coyne is everywhere with Facebook Live and his phone. He captures everything. You were doing coverage on the election. So you and I have had several talks. We're having a talk today over margaritas.
Yeah, that's right. One margarita.
One margarita. So tell us, what has that experience been like? Because I've learned a lot about Evanston covering the election, so what about you?
Me too. I'm turning 60 this year, and when I went through school, we didn't have the internet or the digital age, and Facebook is very new to me, and I do have fat fingers and bad eyes, so I tend to push the wrong buttons and all. But I discovered that on Facebook, you can very easily put an event on Facebook Live, which really means your device, your phone, doesn't really record anything. It just sort of is a means for that event to be recorded on a Facebook server somewhere in digital land. And then when you're done, if you want to, you can post it on your wall so that other people can review it. And during the event, while you're recording Facebook Live, anybody, if you have it in a public setting, can watch what's happening. And what I learned is that here in Evanston we have many open meetings that are recorded through cable television. It's a free, our taxes pay for it, but it's free to the community if you have cable TV. Our family doesn't have a television. We haven't had one for 10 years. We just don't watch television. So we don't have cable television. So for us, it's not...
I'm sorry. What is a household like without
Well, we read
television?
And talk to each other and bake cookies and drink margaritas. But so I thought, why not put Evanston Live or Facebook Live in with this open meeting thing, and tried it out during this campaign and discovered that it was very easy to push a button and just lets an event be recorded on Facebook, and I found that hundreds and hundreds of more people could participate in that event, and I got a lot of positive feedback. But interestingly enough, because I'm 60 and I got a little bit of arthritis, I tended to shake too much, I think, holding my phone. So a couple people donated some devices that actually hold the phone steady, and that's been a big improvement, to stick it on a tripod and just let the phone sit there without shaking.
What have you learned about Evanston?
Well, Evanston is just like every other community in the world. It's made up of human beings, right? And human depravity knows no boundaries. It's tenacious. It's been around since cave days. So we have the regular bell curve of human depravity, and some of us are better at containing that than others. And I think in going public with Facebook with some of these things, I have attracted some of the less healthy community members who maybe aren't as relational or they're not as skilled as dialoguing with others who disagree with them. So that was that was something to learn, that, you know, when you put out a service like this, and I volunteered all my time, is that I did get some criticism that was pretty sharp and I thought was a bit off the rails. But that's expected anywhere. And what I really, really appreciate about Evanston, and I do appreciate about Evanston, is by far 99% of the majority of Evanstonians are relational, and they really appreciate having this kind of opportunity to be better engaged and having more openness with our government. And I do think, regardless of our political differences, that we will be a better Evanston through this.